All right, I'm just going to share my screen. All right, good evening. My name is Heather Betts. I am in MBA 503, or let's see, 503-301 Data Analytics. And tonight we're going to talk about the final submission. So here's the code. I included everything from section 1 all the way down to section 7. And we'll just get back up here. So tonight I started on training the data, and I split the data so you can have test data and then the trained data. So I did that. And then number 6 was, part of number 5 was to do 3 classification models, and I chose to do the logistic regression, linear regression, and polynomial matrix. And I'm not sure if that was a great choice, being how I learned the data yesterday or 2 days ago when I worked on this. But did the code, and it spit out these graphs, and then you can see the best fit line on the linear regression. And then number 6, I completed the prediction. These are more of the right here, started the prediction part, and then moved on to evaluation metrics. And then finally at the bottom, you can kind of see the confusion matrix and then the report. And you asked why or which one is better to use according to the lab. It said use F1, the confusion matrix, and use the F1 score in this classification report because let's see what I wrote. Due to producing harmonic average. So my guess is it kind of smooths out the data if you have the data in there correctly, but I kind of think I don't. Or I didn't have enough data. I shrunk it down too far. And then the best value is this F1 score because it has the best value of the precision and recall column. So I didn't get that much out of it. So I get the concept, but I may not have done the data quite right. And in reading through all of it, I would, and working in the labs, I would recommend using the confusion matrix because it's just super pretty. But in all seriousness, I learned a lot from this project. I basically took the labs and the videos and then worked through that and then applied it to this project. And then some of the things that I learned especially were that there's a ton of different ways to present this data and to manipulate the data. There's so many options to shrink it, expand the data, use graphs, charts, models. So the data and now analytics of this class really opened my eyes on how and why these coding options exist, especially with Python. And let's see, I forget what the last question was. It said, okay. I'll briefly reiterate the most important takeaway from the entire project. I would have to say the data fix button is the best invention ever when you make a mistake down here because it catches whatever little syntax error or close parenthesis that you missed, and makes it easier to find where you went wrong. But in all seriousness, thank you. It was a great class and look forward to taking the final. Thank you. Have a good night.